Good morning again, everybody. Thank you for coming back. I think we've lost some people to the esports facility. I shouldn't have sold it quite so hard after the first session. So welcome back. I'm pleased to start this next session with Rachel Davis, who is our Director for Enterprise, Warwick Enterprise here at the University of Warwick. She'll do some more introductions and tell you all about herself, I'm sure. And so we'll kick off this section with Rachel. Thank you.
Okay. Lovely, thank you. So fantastic to be in our new facilities, The Climb, today. It's so exciting to see it come to life, and it's really good to see everybody here. Just a little bit of housekeeping, as per my instructions. So there's no fire alarm due. I think it happened this morning. If the fire alarm goes, everyone just exit out of that door. The toilets are just out there, across and around the back of the building. And just to say that this session is being recorded and also live streamed. So I'm delighted to see the audience here, and welcome to our virtual audience. So I am Rachel Davis. I'm Director for Warwick Enterprise. I'm stepping in at the last minute for my colleague Richard today, who couldn't be here because he's unwell. So I've picked up his slides and I'm going to talk you through his presentation. I've had to make a few notes to help me, so do bear with me. I'm going to talk for about 15 minutes and hopefully there'll be about 10 minutes for questions. Okay, so I guess the first thing we need to say is, what is Ingenuity? So Ingenuity's mission is to tackle the UK's major social and environmental challenges through the creation of innovative startups. So if you want to read all about it on the website, it's ingenuityimpact.org. So I'll say that a few times as I'm talking. It's come from the University of Nottingham. Ingenuity launched in 2016. It was very much focused on the needs of the city and the greater Nottinghamshire area. Hosted by the University of Nottingham, working in partnership with councils, community organisations, people working on the ground to really unearth what the challenges were at the local, regional level, and to leverage the expertise across the student and the research and the academic body to try and develop new solutions through the development of new businesses. Now, in 2019, the University of Warwick became the first university partner for Ingenuity. So last year we had Ingenuity West Midlands, which we led on, and obviously Ingenuity East Midlands, which continues to be run by the University of Nottingham. This year, Ingenuity 21-22, referred to as Ingenuity 22, happening this academic year. It's running across 8 regions and it's got 30 university partners. So it's really scaling up in terms of taking the model out to those different regions to have the conversation in the unique Ingenuity way. So what's it all about? It's about taking ideas to impact with the focus on the social and the environmental. It offers the opportunity to unearth and present major challenges facing UK communities. You can access resources and mentors. You can meet and network with like minds, design solutions, and also pitch for funding. Now, I think it was Ingenuity 2019, there was £400,000 worth of awards up for grabs. So those final kind of pitch rounds, there is serious investment at the end of the process for those ideas. So before I go into talking about the themes that Ingenuity focuses on, I'm just going to share with you my 5 favourite things about Ingenuity. The first thing is that it unearths the voices of what's happening on the ground. So whether that's the individual's experience, those community organisations that are tackling things at local level, or those councils dealing with things at a particular level, and really presenting how all of these things fit together. It represents diversity and celebrates it and champions accessibility. So we get to hear perspectives that we might not hear, and we get to talk about it in a way that I haven't seen any other programme do. Number 3, it doesn't shy away from the complexities, but rather provides the tools to help us navigate these as part of the design thinking process that it promotes. The Ingenuity team at the University of Nottingham are amazing. They're a wonderful team to work with, and we've really kind of enjoyed working with their energy to try and bring this across the UK. And fifthly, the Ingenuity programme is really ambitious. They're really passionate about making sure they can harness the power of the community to bring about positive change regionally and nationally. They're my 5 top things about Ingenuity, and hopefully reasons to get involved. Okay, so there are 3 themes for this year's Ingenuity: building stronger communities, improving health, and tackling climate change. So I'm just going to say a few words about each of these as we go through. Okay, so building stronger communities. What does this incorporate? There are 3 main areas of focus. The first is empowering people. So working with communities to support communities to make sure the right solutions are designed and put in place. It's around shaping places, and it's about enabling prosperity. There are themes wrapped around those that really look at tackling isolation, focusing on rebuilding communities post-COVID, ensuring our young people can thrive, tackling those inequalities, and creating greater levels of tolerance. So a couple of examples around the building communities theme is that there have been previous projects on financial literacy for disadvantaged women, as an example, and also one of the Warwick winners last year, Saving Hood, which was developing a community savings platform, and again with this focus on financial literacy. Next theme, improving health. And I think some of the conversations and the dialogue that's going to happen around this theme really resonates what Sam was saying in the previous session, in the panel session. And hopefully there's going to be a powerful connection with the West Midlands Health Innovation Network. So when we're talking about the improving health theme, it's about tackling those health inequalities, removing those barriers to participation in sport and physical activity. It's about starting well. So how are we supporting children? How are we supporting young people and families? It's about living well. What are those priorities to improve health outcomes? And it's about aging well. What is healthy aging, and how actually do we build the infrastructure to facilitate that? So again, a couple of examples that have come from previous Ingenuity programs. There was one of the winning businesses last year was pioneering better information and support about the menopause at community level, and also lots of new innovative ideas about new sports and interactions and participation with sport. And of course, we would naturally throw in esports as part of that portfolio. If you haven't been to the centre, do make sure you pop in. I think it's Trackmania on today for you to have a go at. Okay, and lastly, the third theme is around tackling climate change. So of course this is timely as COP26 is drawing to a close. This theme is really kind of focusing on themes of transport and infrastructure, homes and retail, wildlife and biodiversity, coastal pollution, and ensuring we can bring together and hear the diverse perspectives around this pressing global issue. What Ingenuity will try to do, we'll try and put the regional lens on that. So really focus in on what is happening, or what are the key challenges regionally within this theme, and actually then leveraging the communities, our diverse communities, to kind of think about new solutions to tackle them at that level. So one of the winning examples from East Midlands Ingenuity last year was something called Seaweed. They were focusing on sustainability of the future through the cultivation of seaweed. Please don't ask me any questions about that. I'm sure it's very technical, but just to give you an example of those kind of ideas that are coming through. Okay, so how can you get involved? We're excited to be hosting 3 Ingenuity Summits next month. So the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th of December, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Each of those summits will be taking on the different themes. There'll be full days because we're hosting here at the University of Warwick. We'll be managing it like this, hybrid event. So we'll be hosting individuals on campus, and also everything will be live streamed. So the conferences will run from about 9:15 till about 4:30. There'll be a range of different speakers and Q&A to explore the breadth of these challenges. So we'll be offering the national and some of the regional perspectives. The final session of the day will be focused on our region. Now, we've got 6 universities in our West Midlands partnership: University of Warwick, Coventry University, University College Birmingham, Birmingham City University, Birmingham University, and Harper Adams University. So hopefully our regional session will be an opportunity to connect with individuals, experts, like minds from across those 5 other universities to kind of progress the conversation. The summits are an opportunity to explore the problem, to start creating possible solutions, and start sharing some ideas. What happens after the summits? So there is then an opportunity for all participants to enter into the Develop platform. So this is a very tried and tested digital program hosted by the University of Nottingham in terms of taking participants through a process of development with those ideas. It's a step-by-step process, taking the idea into a business proposition. It includes interviews and insights from charity specialists, industry experts, and previous Ingenuity winners. It will also cover technical things like finance, marketing, impact measurement, copyright, and organisational development considerations as you develop your solution. So following this, there's an opportunity to pitch for funding regionally and nationally. And as I said, those prize pots are still being confirmed at the moment. And, I have to give amazing credit to the University of Nottingham team, who are so committed to making sure that those prize pots are as substantial as possible in order for people to take their idea to the next level. Okay, so who is it for? So Ingenuity is for everybody. So we focused here on getting students, staff, and alumni engaged, but actually anybody can register to participate. So you can have an idea, or you can just be passionate about those 3 themes. So it's for everybody. You can register as a mentor, expert, sponsor, or presenter if you have a particular perspective that you feel you'd like to offer, either at a regional level or a national level. So there is an opportunity to everybody to be involved. In terms of the end of the process, I've mentioned kind of about the scale of the cash awards that might be available, that we're hoping will be available. And these are the categories that those awards will be, that will be made. But beyond that, Ingenuity is about joining a thriving community. We will be hosting supplementary sessions kind of over the period of the programme, hosted in this building, and making sure that people can connect with each other. So very much echoing things that came out of the previous panel session about really facilitating the ecosystem, the dialogue, connecting people with one another for them to take their ideas forward. Okay, what's the timeline? So these are some of the key dates. So hopefully everybody can see those. I won't talk through them in detail. Now, what I would say is that you don't have to envisage yourself at the end of the process in order to register. Even if you just want to come and attend the summit, register. You don't have to then go into the Develop platform. You don't have to be pitching the idea. But in order to get into the summit, to join like minds, to hear the conversation, you must register. And then hopefully it might be that you kind of see yourself to the end of the process, and that would be very exciting. So yeah, you can commit to a part of the journey or the whole of the journey. We're so excited to be hosting Ingenuity West Midlands this year, particularly as we move into the hybrid space, because the power of bringing people together face-to-face as well as together online, I think is going to be really powerful. Okay, I think that's everything that I had to say. I'm going to open it up to questions. And I think I've got a goodie bag here, which I can award to the person who asks the best question. So there we go. I'll put that there to tempt everybody.
And there's no
to
pressure,
engage.
but it might be the only question just because of the time limit that
Right,
we've got. So the
okay.
first person to answer a question.
Over to you.